But today I'd like to give you just a little bit of a picture, just a reminder for those of you who are veterans. This will not be new to you, but it will be good for you to just rehearse this in your mind. For the new people, this will be good for you to hear. Difference between saving and investing. Two good things, but can be not so good things if you do them wrong, or if you pick one when you should be doing the other. Saving and investing. There's a definitive difference between saving and investing, and it'd be good for us to know it. It'll determine if you should begin to invest or if you're better off to continue to save. For our purposes, the difference between these two things. Saving would just be wisely with open hands gathering money for a somewhat immediate purpose, okay? And again, we talked about last time how this differs from hoarding. Hoarding is gathering money out of fear. It has no purpose. You're just afraid, so you just gather in hopes that that'll give you some security, and it never does. Saving is different. Saving is purposeful, wise gathering. Often it goes hand to hand with paying down debt. Okay, and by the way, to my knowledge, we here at the ministry don't have any particular qualms for or against certain forms of debt. We would certainly say that getting into unnecessary debt is bad, but we would also say that there are certain debts that could be beneficial, like buying a house. If you can't afford to buy a house in cash, but you can afford a 20% down payment and the interest rate's good, it might be a good idea to do that. You're getting into debt knowingly there, but it's a good debt, you know. Same with unforeseen circumstances too. If you have a massive hospital bill, maybe you need to set a payment plan for it. That's understandable debt. That's okay. But if you're in a life stage where you're just getting your foot kind of shirred up underneath you financially, you're probably just in saving mode and you're probably focusing on getting that debt down. Now, it's not to say you can't be a saver and an investor at the same time. I believe you absolutely can, and I believe on some level, even the people who are totally in investing mode still need to have something saved, and you need to be focusing on that. It's simply a difference of emphasis, friends. So that's saving. Investing would be a little bit differently. Investing is putting money away wisely for a future purpose. So it's building money for a future purpose. Now, I think the most common one we tend to think of is retirement, and I think it can be a little tricky. Retirement can be a tricky thing because it's a good thing to be able to have a retirement. At the same time, I would never encourage any of you to say, I'm going to work and work and work so that I can retire, and the day I retire, I'm checking out. I'm going to collect seashells on the shore. I'm going to live on the beach. I'm not going to do anything or see anyone. That's not what retirement is for. I would hope that you make these final years of your life, your 60s, 70s, 80s, God willing, 90s, the most active years of your life. You get involved in your church. You be generous. You give of your time, as much as you can, obviously. One other way that we speak of investing, though, and I believe this is great, is investing for the future. For your children, for your grandchildren. God has given you something, and with a gracious, thankful heart, you are building it so that you can pass it on to those who come after you. Because, friends, I remind you, once again, you're not taking any of it with you.